Hello and welcome to Vegan Bloomers. My name is Luna. I am the founder and we are here to connect, inspire and learn with vegans and non-vegans alike. And today I would like to introduce you to our star vegan, Paulina.
Hi.
Thank you
for having me.
us. It's my pleasure. So let's begin with where you're based, how old you are, and just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. So I was born in Poland. I'm 35 years old. I was living in the UK since 2008, but I'm currently back in Poland for just a couple of months to just spend some time with my family. So I've been living in the UK since, as I say, 2008, been doing different jobs, working in a different environments. I turned vegan in 2016, so it's actually 6 years for me now. I've been doing quite a lot of training as well on the vegan diet, which is Thai boxing, kickboxing, a little bit of boxing. So that's basically fun. Martial arts. So that's something that I want to do, and I'm doing in a spare time whenever I have a free time to go to the gym or join the classes. I always do that.
Sounds good fun. So yeah, let's go back to the beginning of your journey. What was it that made you go vegan?
I think looking back, is something that I came across on Facebook. I think it was a PETA advert for dairy cows, because back in then I was already a pescatarian. I didn't really eat meat since 2014. Occasionally I ate fish, but I was eating eggs and dairy products. And I think I saw the ad on Facebook. I think someone posted it, and I started doing a little bit of research. And then I came across Gary Yourofsky's speech. You're probably familiar with him. I think it was called The Greatest Speech You Will Ever Hear. And then I watched it to the very end. And then I realized that, fuck, what am I doing? You know, why do I still eat meat? Why do I still eat dairy products? And I started, digging a little bit about the veganism and how to eat on this specific lifestyle. And then I actually turned vegan overnight. Since I heard Gary Yourofsky's speech,
So what kind of?
So that's, I think that's what it was.
I haven't watched this video, but I have heard of it.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about what it's about?
Remember. From what I remember is, I think he's at the university and he's talking to the young people and he's telling them about the cognitive dissonance, about how we can perceive one animal as like your pets, such as dogs and cats, and then you eat another one. And then he's giving some examples, and then he's telling us how we are a natural, like, herbivores, not the omnivores. And then I did a little bit of a research, and it actually clicked and made sense to me. Like, I always liked fruits and vegetables. I never actually been very keen on meat since I was a child, and then it really clicked. And I realized that I was basically raised by my parents, by the religion, by the culture, and I actually don't really need meat to exist. And that just basically simple information he's giving you, but I think you need a moment that actually clicks, because sometimes you can hear something and you realize, okay, he's telling me something, but I don't really understand that. But at this moment, I don't know what it was, but I actually clicked. And then I realized that he's right. It was just basic information, like how can you, for example, in China, they eat dogs, but we see that as something horrible, but that's just a cultural thing. And in my culture, we eat a lot of pigs, while in different cultures, they see this as something that's really strange. So I just realized that we're seeing one animals as food and the other ones as like your companions. And just basically it. That's what he's just giving you simple information about.
So before you went vegan,
stuff.
Before you went vegan, what was it that made you go pescatarian? Was that a moral thing, or
Yeah, it was a moral thing. Yeah, I don't really remember that moment. I think it was something to do with PETA as well.
Okay.
I was living in London back there, and my job did not. I was working like quite a lot of hours, and it involved a lot of traveling. And I actually didn't really have time to prepare meals. I didn't have time to educate myself. So I was eating really crappy food. Like basically I was eating chips every day, and I couldn't last for longer because I remember back then I was trying to go vegan, but I didn't prepare myself properly for that. I was just like thinking, okay, I'm going to buy chips today. I'm going to eat chips. And I lasted for like 2 weeks, and then
Yeah.
I was feeling really bad. And I was thinking, I need to just prepare myself for it. But then I actually kind of forgot about it until the moment I saw the PETA advert again. And someone, I think, in the comment posted the Gary Yourofsky speech, and then I watched it, and then it clicked. So I educated
Okay.
myself. I started reading about it. I started thinking what I can cook, how I should cook it, things like that, and then it lasted.
So
But
what were you doing for work, out of curiosity?
back then in London, I was working for a cleaning company, and I was working as the help desk coordinator. But I was living in
Okay.
the North London, and my office was in the South London, so I had to travel for like 3 hours a day. So it's
Oh
quite
wow.
a lot of train and buses, and it's 3 hours a day. It's a
It's a
lot.
lot. It is a
So I
lot.
didn't really have time to do something properly. And then when I was still working for the same company, but then I was, because we moved out of London to the West Yorkshire, and I was working from home. So then I had more time to actually research. I had more time to prepare myself. I had more time to go to find some recipes, and I had more time to cook at home. So then I was actually ready to start this journey, I think, because I had more
Okay.
time on my hands, and I had more time to prepare my meals rather than just going to the shop and buy some chips just to eat them, because that's what I thought is vegan, chips. They
Yeah.
are, but you can't eat them every day and
No.
expect that you're going to feel super fine and you're going to be happy.
So was there a
Yeah.
specific was there something specific that kind of helped you to figure out like your meals when you went vegan? Was there a certain resource that helped you a lot?
I got some books from my friends, but you can find a lot of recipes on Google now, so you don't really need books. But the thing I think that helped me a lot is that I love cooking. I loved, because my mom, she passed away in 2020, but she was a chef.
Oh, sorry
And
to
I
hear
think
that.
I got that. Thank you. I think I got that cooking skills after her. So I actually love prepare different meals. I like experimenting in the kitchen. If you go to my Instagram, you can find a lot of different recipes. I try to make like vegan eggs and stuff.
Oh, brilliant.
So that helped, because I think if I wasn't really into cooking, I might have turned differently maybe.
Yeah.
Although it wasn't because of the diet, it was because of the animal welfare. So I
Hmm.
might probably, I could have gone in a different direction. I don't know, but because I love cooking, I think that helped a lot.
Yeah, for sure. So
Yeah.
as we're talking about food, what is your favorite thing to have which is plant-based?
Tofu scramble, I think, for breakfast. This is something that I love. I can eat it every day, actually. I don't know why. I don't really like sweet breakfast. I like savory breakfast. So I rather go for sandwich or even soup for breakfast. But I love to make tofu scramble. I think it's my favorite. Yeah.
So when you did go vegan, was there anything that you particularly struggled to give up?
Most of people say, I think, cheese at first, because in our culture, the Polish culture is like heavy meat based, but it's also heavy dairy, heavy cheese based. And I think my favorite thing that I love to eat was cottage cheese. I couldn't actually find the replacement. So that, I think, was the biggest struggle, because as I say, with meat, not as much, because when I was a kid, I used to like eating fruits and vegetables. I rather eat potatoes than meat, so that wasn't a problem. But I think cheese, and especially white cheese, like cottage cheese, that was the biggest issue.
Have you learned or found a cottage cheese that's a vegan friendly version?
I mean, I know how to make it now, and I actually like it. So I prepare it occasionally, and I really love it. For me, because it's been 6 years, I think my taste buds, they changed.
Yeah.
And I found the recipe, I tweaked it a little bit, and now I can just like make it at home easily. And I can still eat it. That is vegan.
That's awesome. I'd love the recipe for that, because I used to love cottage cheese as well.
I send it over, and you can not sure, because I know that you guys not really enjoy as in our Polish sauerkraut. I'm not sure if you like it.
I love
you
sauerkraut.
Need a little bit of sauerkraut. Okay, great. I'll send you the recipe. That's not a problem, and you can make it. You just need a blender, basically.
Well, I've got one of those.
And you can really make it nicely. Awesome. Yeah, and then you just crumble a little bit of tofu into it, so you got this consistency and this texture, and it's nice. You can eat it with whatever you like. I like it with baked potato, or with bread, or I like to add tomatoes, spring onions to it, radishes. I don't like it sweet. I like it savory, because I know some people like it sweet with like jam or something, but that was never my thing. I always liked it savory.
I'm with you on the savouriness. I'm definitely more of a savoury person.
Yeah.
I mean that
my girl.
that could like it could possibly be to do with that I've got really sensitive teeth though, to be fair, but I do like sweet stuff, but I've just got to be in the mood for it. But I probably am more likely to choose savoury.
Same here. Me too.
So have you ever been involved in any activism on your vegan path?
Yes, not sure if you're familiar with Manchester Pig Save.
No, I haven't heard of those.
There is I think it's the biggest pork and bacon producer in the UK. It's called Tulip, and they based in Manchester, and they got the gas chambers in there where they kill the pigs for, obviously, for pork. I think a couple of trucks a day with around 2,000 pigs per truck enter the slaughterhouse, and they never come back. They came back as meat. So we basically protested outside. I think it was in 2017 when we did that with my boyfriend. So me and other activists, that was organized by what's his name? Not Joey Carpstrong, the other one, the Australian guy, James Aspey.
That's the
he
one.
wasn't there. Yeah, so he was organizing it, and we were living in West Yorkshire, so it wasn't that far for us to go to the Manchester. So we did some like just standing there with some slogans, and we were educating people who were kind enough to stop and ask us questions, what's going on in there. So we were telling them that they killing basically millions of pigs in the gas chambers for production of pork and production of bacon for the whole UK. And it was horrendous, because you could see them. We touched their faces. I cried a little bit, because we told them that there's nothing we can do, that we're actually sorry for what they're gonna go through. And then you can hear the screams when they enter the gas chambers, and there was a total silence after that. So we protested outside over there, and then I did the vegan march in London in 2017 as well. So that was really profound experience. It was like thousands of vegans. It was amazing. It was thousands of vegans. We were marching the streets, and it was beautiful. It was lovely, and like-minded people. You go there. It was a lovely weather, and then I had a lovely vegan meal in a pizza place with a friend of mine, and the people were just aware that we are there and we are spreading the message. It was lovely. It was beautiful. I would love to do it again. Yeah, as opposed to the Manchester Pig Save, where it was really sad experience. The other one was really like cheerful and happy and something that you want to be part of.
Yeah.
But the other place, that the Manchester one, I think you have to do something like that as well, because it just shows the other side of the movement, where you struggle with your emotions, and then you actually cry for them, because you know they're gonna go there and they're never gonna come back alive, and
It
you know
sounds,
the screams and everything.
yeah, it sounds really traumatic to go through that. Actually,
it is,
yeah,
because it's just like a couple of minutes, but you know the gas chambers is something horrible.
yeah.
And they actually, that's how they kill them. That's what they do with them. And they say it's humane. Is not. If you hear the screams, you know definitely that is something that is very, very, very
well
horrible.
there's no such thing as humane killing, because
no
one wants to die, you know.
Exactly. But you know what, the only humane thing I think people do for animals is when you take a pet to the vet and they know that they're like really sick and they just put them to sleep. That's the only humane thing that people do for animals, and they like really crying, you know, that they have to put your animal to sleep. But in you know, the one that we kill for food is completely different.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you think, yeah, people just they like to think that it's humane, but it's really not. And the way they kill them in those gas chambers,
it's horrendous, isn't it?
yes. So yeah, that was the activism that I was involved in, basically. And I like to think about my Instagram account as well, that is kind of my activism, because I like to cook and I like to take pictures and show people that vegan food is not just grass and twigs and glass of air. I make basically everything I can make vegan.
Yeah.
And then just to show people that you don't really need animals. You can just be creative and you can eat healthy, and it's colorful, it doesn't bleed. And I like to think about you know, my Instagram account as strangers that I got on. I don't have that many followers, but you know, at least they see it and then, oh, actually, is that a scrambled eggs? No, it's actually tofu scramble, you know, and it's tasty and it's delicious and it's easy to make. And I like to think about it as a kind of like activism.
Yeah, for sure.
For friends, just to show them that there is a different way of eating.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you get some more followers through this.
Thank you.
So what would you say, how has veganism impacted your life personally? Oh, you've muted yourself. Bear with us as we have experienced some technical issues.
So sorry about that.
And we're
sorry
back.
about that. My brother just called me. I'm so sorry.
That's all
I
right.
told him not to call me, but he called me anyway. Sorry about that.
So yeah, how has veganism impacted your life?
Sorry, could you repeat that for me?
How has veganism impacted your life?
Greatly, I would say, because I think I have a better energy. I think I feel better. I think I want to do more things. I think I maybe one day I want to open my own vegan business. I never actually thought about it, but then when I turned vegan, I actually got more energy. I lost weight, but then I put it back on, because you know, all the vegan junk food that we can buy in the supermarkets now. You just want to try it, but you know, at first me and my boyfriend, because he turned vegan a month after me, we lost a lot of weight, around 10 kilograms. I'm not sure how much that is in stone, but it's quite a lot. So within like 2 or 3 months, we lost quite a lot of weight. We started a little bit of like, instead of just going into the gym, we started doing martial arts, and we felt really good. So that impacted on our life quite greatly. And obviously, I started cooking more different things, and that led into the thinking that I might open my own business one day. And I still think about it. I got my own logo already, and maybe one day, you know, I will just get into it and I will open a vegan business.
What kind of vegan business are you thinking of?
A vegan burrito.
Nice
place. Yeah, because I think it's quite easy to make and it's quite delicious and quick, and people can choose their own feelings into it. So that's what I would probably want to do.
That sounds fun. Like I could see like a desk that's got loads of different fillings, and then people can just be like, yeah, I want that, and I want that, and I want that. Like, sounds awesome.
Kind of like a Subway. You go and you choose what you
Yeah.
like, and I just wrap it for you, and then there you go.
Sounds great.
And
you should totally do it.
Vegan sour cream now, and why not?
Yeah, 100%. Oh, it sounds awesome. Oh, I hope,
So that'd be the plan. Yeah, to
I
definitely
hope you
do
do
something.
it and are successful in it. Sounds wicked.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm hoping. Yeah, because as I say, I like cooking, and I would never thought about it, but then when you do vegan food, you just realize how great it is, and that's how it changed my life, actually.
Yeah, plant-based food is like, I feel is very underrated. Like,
yeah,
plant-based food for me, when I had like the proper whole food stuff, I used to be a really fussy eater, and I didn't really like fruit and veg very much. And when I was introduced to it, I was just blown away by how amazing it was. And like most of the stuff that I had was like really simple, like there was barely any ingredients at all, but it was just so it was just like nothing I'd ever had or experienced. And it totally turned me into a foodie. Like, I love food now because of like all the stuff that's available and learning how to cook properly. And
exactly, something that is very, very creative and actually really healthy for you. People don't really realize that, but if you like to eat and if it's healthy, that's a win-win, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. So going back a bit, I forgot to ask this question. When you did go vegan, what was the reactions that you got from like the people in your life? Like,
obviously from friends, they actually were quite supportive. They were trying the food I was making. They were really supportive in a way when we were going to visit them. They were creating some vegan food for us. Family members, not as much, because it's an older generation. My mom and dad, they didn't really understood that. And as I say, our culture is based on quite heavy meat and dairy eating products. So they did not really understand that. Is better now. Even my dad, who doesn't eat vegan, but he make an effort to do some vegan food for me, like soups, some basic stuff, but he make an effort. My brother, he's 2 years older than me. He likes to try vegan food. Whenever I cook it, he wants to eat it, although he's not vegan himself. Just at first, they were thinking, because they didn't know. They thought if you don't eat eggs, if you don't drink milk, they didn't know about the plant-based replacement that you can buy plant-based milk. So they thought, so if you don't eat this and this and that, what are you eating? They just thought I'm eating just raw vegetables, which you can and survive on, but for them it was a little bit too much. Until they saw what I'm actually eating, how I'm actually eating, and it's so much easier now. But at first, I think it was a shock for them. My friends, they were quite supportive, and two of our friends actually they turned vegan, I think a year or a year and a half after me and my boyfriend. Because they were quite convinced that it's actually quite healthy and good, and they're young and open-minded people. So for them, I think it was easy because, they saw that we survive on it, that we thrive on it, that we actually exercising, that we're feeling good, and I think that was kind of a little bit for them as well as a path.
You inspired them.
For I like to think that,
That's awesome. So do you have many vegan friends around you?
No, really, no. I got two close friends that are vegan. They're in their 20s. My boyfriend's brother and his wife, who happens to be my best friend, they eat a lot of vegan food, but they're not actually vegan themselves, but they eat a lot of vegan food. They make an effort to make vegan food. They know about veganism. They're educated about it, but they actually it didn't click for them yet. Maybe hopefully one day, but they're not 100% vegans, and just basically strangers and people on Facebook, but like really close friends, just two.
That's awesome. It's good that you've got that. There's a lot of people I know, it's like part of the reason why I started this is because a lot of people don't know anybody, they That's why,
Yeah.
you know, vegan camp out. I don't know whether you've heard of vegan camp out or been, but
Yeah, I've been there last year.
Last year I met so many people and I was just shocked. I was so shocked at how many people didn't know any vegans in life. And yeah, I was kind of like, it's quite heartbreaking actually. You know, I'm very lucky. There's loads of vegans where I live.
That's great. It really is.
But yeah. So last question.
Yes.
If there's somebody watching right now that's not vegan but is kind of thinking about, especially it being veganuary, you know, hopefully everybody's, you know, at least looking into it a little bit. What piece of advice would you give them to help them kind of go to the next step?
I would just say to people to just do some research. If you're really thinking about it, go and watch Earthlings. That is a really profound and very inspiring documentary. I think it's from 2005, featuring Joaquin Phoenix. Watch it to the very end because they're very brutal parts, but watch it and make a connection. Put yourself in the animal's position. And if you're really thinking about it, just do some research, watch Earthlings. You can watch some documentaries on Netflix like Cowspiracy, Game Changers. Just watch it and make connection. I think that's what you need to do to actually make the final call, to make the step. Just do it. And then you will realize that actually it makes sense. And it might click, because you need that click, I think. Just watch the documentaries and educate yourself. Just do the research, and I think that will be enough for you to make that call.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. So if there's anybody in the audience that would like to get a hold of you personally, how can they reach you?
You can actually find me on my Instagram. It's PJ Vegan. You can go, you don't have to follow me, but you can find me on Instagram, see some recipes that I'm posting, have a look, see that this is a colorful, cheerful and nice food that you can eat, and you can reach me there. You can send me a message. I'm not really much on Facebook, but I'm actually quite a lot of Instagram. So vegan, if you want to look, it's mainly for vegan food, but I will post some pictures and videos from my training as well, because I will be starting this week doing some kickboxing again, because I want to connect those two, how you can feel good on the plant-based diet and actually train martial arts. So yeah, if you want to reach me, just send me a message on Instagram.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for letting me interview you.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's been lovely. And yeah, thank you guys for listening and watching. If you are a vegan and you would like to be my next star vegan, please do get in touch. You can find me on Facebook. I'm Luna Bloomer, or you can email me veganbloomers@gmail.com. And if you are not a vegan yet, or you're curious, like again, feel free to reach out to me. I do have a Facebook group. If you're on Facebook, come and join us. There's a starter kit for those that aren't there yet. There's information, there's book recommendations, like stuff for kids, there's all sorts of stuff. So yeah, do come and join our community. And I look forward to seeing you join. Thank you for watching again, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me. Just want to wish you a lovely day. Good luck with your papers. Good luck with finding people. And I'm hoping that a lot of people will turn vegan very, very soon, so we can grow as a community, so we can grow as a nation, so we can just, you know, make that as a proper movement, and people really realize that this is something that we need for this planet, for our own growth, for everything that is beautiful in this world. So turn vegan, go vegan, plant-based, whatever you want to call it. Just do it and watch some documentaries, people.
Yes, absolutely. Right, much love, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.